Hello, this is RJ Buchanan, and I want to thank you for taking just a few minutes with me here today. You're here for one or two reasons. Either number one, is there something missing in your life? Maybe it be time, maybe it be money, or maybe you're looking for a new challenge. That's certainly what I was looking for, as you learn as I tell my story. Number two is you're taking a look because you don't really need a new challenge, or you're okay financially, but you know a lot of people that may be looking for extra time or extra money. And so let me begin by telling you a little bit about my story. I grew up in a family business. I always dreamed that one day I would take that business over, but that dream disappeared in 1999 as our public auto auction was sold. Now, this was actually okay. I was excited about the sale because it took a lot of financial stress off mom and off dad, and it also gave them some money for their retirement years. And I had become an accomplished auctioneer, and I was actually working at different auto auctions up throughout 3 or 4 days a week. And so I was okay financially. But then in 2001, I developed a blood clot. And, the doctor put me to bed rest. I wasn't able to go to work. And as I laid there with my leg propped up, as per the doctor's orders, I began to reflect on my life. I began to ask myself, RJ, is this something that you really want to do the rest of your life? I mean, you want to travel 3 and 4 days, to be able to be away from home, to be able to make a living. Are you really excited about, the auction industry? I mean, you realize that you only get paid when you're working, and no matter how good you get, you're only getting paid what days worth of what the job's worth. And so, as I reflected on that, the answer was no. And so what I did was I began my home-based business in the network marketing profession, and, didn't do much with it in the beginning. But every time I would get on an airplane, or every time I would sleep in a motel, or I'd get in a car to drive 6 hours one way to do an auction, I was asking myself, what if this really could work for me? What if it could get me off the road? What if it could actually, put me in control of my income instead of somebody else telling me how much they're going to pay me? And so, I started putting just a little bit of effort in it to begin with, not much. But I made a little bit of money, not a whole lot to write home about, but what that did was it gave me proof. It gave me hope, and it gave me permission to put in, a part-time effort. And so I started investing about 12 to 15 hours a week in my part-time, and to my amazement, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years later, I was able to come off of that road, and I was able to work this business on a full-time basis, putting in about 25 to 30 hours a week. Life got pretty good again, and I was really enjoying life. And then, I had a crisis come into my life. I went through midlife crisis. I became very, very depressed. I became a hermit in my own home. Sherry had to take a job at a podiatrist's office, and things became really tough financially because I wasn't motivated to get out and work. So I knew I had to do something. I was sick and tired. I was humiliated because family and friends were supplementing our income just to keep the lights on. So I went back and started selling cars for a friend of mine at a local dealership. I didn't like that, so I started selling final expense insurance, and that wasn't fulfilling either. And then a defining moment came in my life. This friend of mine who owned this dealership came to me, and he offered me a 6-figure income to run a department in his dealership, and I turned him down. And I'm thinking to myself, what in the world are you doing? But here's what I realized, and the reason it was a defining moment is I realized that I would be putting myself in that same position of someone else controlling my income, even though it was a great income. And I didn't have the time for it, but what I really realized is that my true passion was being able to help people live a prosperous and fulfilling life. And so, again, I don't know if this is for you or not, or maybe you know somebody this may be for, but what I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine. His name is Brian Ellsworth. He's become a great friend. He's actually one of my mentors. He's my accountability partner. And what he's going to do is he's going to share with you a little bit about his story, and he's also going to share with you about the company that I partnered with. That I'm so excited about, folks. It's the company that I got involved with back in 2001. It's still going strong today, and I'm really excited about my future because there again, I'm in full control, and I know that the future is going to be bright for me and Sherry. So here's Brian.
Hi, my name is Brian Ellsworth. I want to thank you for watching this presentation. More often than not, people are turning to home-based business as a way to increase their income and increase the time they have available to spend with those they love and care about. Technology has offered people an option to enhance their ability to get involved in a business and create enhance success that will allow them to spend time with those they care about and increase their income to increase their lifestyle. 14 years ago, I turned to home-based business because I was frustrated. I owned a very profitable home development company for 16 years, but was in constant conflict with my true passions. I couldn't spend quality time with my family. I wasn't able to invest in the lives of young people through community outreach. Today, my life is very different. I replaced my six-figure income, take 4 family vacations a year, and coach basketball at a local high school. My life has meaning. This business has offered me options that, quite frankly, were just not available to me in my previous life. I think you'd agree that most people don't want to get rich. They want to earn an adequate income, to live in a nice home, drive a nice car, enjoy memorable vacations, have a secure retirement in their golden years. They want a work-life balance that affords them stress-free living and the time to pursue their passions and have fun. Now, don't get me wrong, a home-based business can be very lucrative, but it's not right for everyone. We have a profile of the type of person we're looking for, and we don't believe in high-pressure tactics. The success profile form that you'll fill out determines if we make a good match. So answer the questions thoughtfully and completely. Owning a home-based business puts you in the driver's seat by not having to rely on a boss to give you a raise or permission to stay at home with that sick child. You're in control of both your time and the amount of money you want to make. We've been at this for over 25 years, and our success has taught us some interesting things. First, we have found that most people out there are open to earning additional income. Of course, there are not too many people who would turn down that option. Second, most people don't lack ambition. What they do lack is a real, legitimate opportunity. But where opportunities often fall short is in the proverbial details. You may or may not have been approached by a family member, a friend, or associate to get involved in a home-based business. If you're not, I'm sure you'd agree with the following. Most people don't see themselves as salespeople, and more often than not, people assume that having the ability to sell is required for success in a home-based business. Most people don't want to pressure others, particularly friends and family. Now, don't get me wrong, these same folks are intelligent, they have strong motivation, they have drive, and they love to be part of a company and a team with products that are in high demand with strong upward momentum. But they have to see themselves as a fit when it comes to the products and the process of growth, which will be the topic that we'll delve into next. Let me ask you, who do you know that wants to be partially healthy? The answer is no one, right? You may have heard the old saying that you can live 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Unfortunately, we breathe polluted air, drink unhealthy water, and eat processed foods. Asthma and allergies are at almost epidemic levels. People are lethargic and people are unhealthy. What if there was a company that offered real solutions to these problems, allowing us to live a safer and healthier life? Imagine a company that not only offered life-changing products, but also provided the opportunity to make an extra $500 a month, $5,000 a month, or even more simply by recommending these products you love to others. In other words, a company that offered uncompromising health and wealth. The truth is, such a company exists, and its name is Valar. Valar offers green and healthy living technologies that dramatically enhance the quality of people's lives. Testimonials indicate that people are sleeping better, feel better, and are more energized by breathing cleaner air, drinking healthier water, and supplementing their nutrition. I'm really proud to be part of a solid company with over 90 years of success under its belt. Valar is part of Eris Holdings family of companies, has over 50 million satisfied customers. Our clients include the Pentagon, businesses, as well as professional and Olympic athletes. It's important to know that the professional athletes using our products are in the prime of their careers. They are not simply retired athletes looking for an endorsement. They are buying our products because they are best in class and they really work. But what excites me most are the millions of families whose lives have been changed by introducing these products into their homes. These products truly are remarkable, make a positive contribution, and change lives. want you to imagine for a moment you're doing laundry without any hot water, without any detergent, without sorting. Now, if you're like most people, you're probably asking, is that possible? Laundry Pure attaches to your washing machine. Its exclusive Active Pure technology pre-treats the water using a natural process to create oxygen-rich bubbles and peroxides to lift dirt and grime from your clothes without any detergent or fragrances. It sanitizes while preventing odor-causing bacteria without bleach. Now let's talk about how Laundry Pure helps you save money. Based on U.S. government data, we have calculated that the average family of 4 saves up to $470 a year. That means that Laundry Pure pays for itself year after year after year. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now let's talk about something shocking. Most people out there drink bottled water. It's a billion-dollar industry, yet it might be a bit cleaner, but it's not necessarily healthy. Let me explain. Don't we know that the pH must be correctly balanced in an aquarium or the fish will die? The pH level of our blood must range between 7.35 and 7.45 for us to stay alive. So we must remain slightly alkalized to be healthy. At Vollara, we see pH levels in our body as the 5th vital sign. Living Water uses a new, exclusive technology to provide great tasting, alkalized, ionized, and filtered water that detoxifies as it hydrates. Alkaline water helps combat the negative effects of a highly acidic diet, daily stress, and environmental toxins. Absorbed by the body to support almost every vital function, Living Water helps offset metabolic acidosis and the effects of an acidic environment. It also provides additional antioxidant properties as it hydrates. There's nothing like Living Water. Think about how many people will have to take the purple pill because they constantly have heartburn or acid reflux. With Living Water, testimonials have indicated that many are no longer experiencing these ailments. Instead, they're noticing that their skin is becoming smoother and their energy is increased. Not only does Living Water help reduce the plastic bottles and the impact on the environment, but it provides water that your body appreciates, hence optimum hydration. It's smooth, it's clean, and it tastes great, and I highly recommend it. Let me ask you a question. Between your friends, families, co-workers, and neighbors, think about those who suffer from asthma and allergies. Think of the people who have pets or are concerned about dust mites. Think about the people who don't get a good night's sleep because of the freight train called snoring keeping them awake at night. We all know plenty of people with these problems, don't we? Have you noticed that when one family member gets sick, everyone seems to get sick? This is called nosocomial infections, which are germs and diseases that are spread throughout the air on surfaces like doorknobs, keyboards, railings, and countertops. According to the EPA, we spend about 90% of our time indoors. Indoor air pollution is a huge problem as invisible particles and surface contamination in our homes can trigger asthma, allergy symptoms, and viruses. In other words, our homes can make us sick. So the doctor prescribes a pill to treat the symptom. But the pill doesn't treat the real problem, does it? Volara's Fresh Air is a science-based whole home purification system that helps eliminate indoor air pollution, leaving your home smelling fresh and clean like mountain air. Fresh Air brings the forces of nature indoors by duplicating the power of sunlight, thunderstorms, and lightning to remove dust, allergens, and odors and provide effective treatment of microorganisms in your home. Because contaminants can be absorbed from the air you breathe and the surfaces you touch, Fresh Air features the power of Active Pure air and surface technology, which has been university tested and inspired by NASA. Volara's Active Pure based products are the only space certified air purification products available. You can feel and smell the difference with Fresh Air. Imagine how you would feel if your little girl slept all through the night and didn't wake up in the morning with her eyes matted shut because of her allergies. Imagine the feeling you'd get seeing your son breathe easy because indoor air pollution wasn't triggering his asthma attacks. And think about this. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling refreshed because you got a good night's sleep. We hear these success stories time and time again from people that we've recommended these products to. Yes, you can make a great income with Volaro, but the satisfaction you get when products have such a life-changing effect is priceless. Wouldn't you agree? As you can see, we have some spectacular products based on science and nature that are best in class. That's why professional athletes use them to get the fuel they need and the protection from environmental toxins to help them perform at an optimal efficiency. Our Active Pure technology is used in hospitals and in daycare centers, as well as Liberty Bell and Ground Zero museums. It was even used after 9/11 to purify the air at the Pentagon. Millions of families trust Volaro products to protect them and their children. Our products are very affordable and backed by over 90 years of history that's been recognized by the Smithsonian. There are a lot of things we can't control. However, many people feel it's a wise investment to protect and enhance the quality of their loved ones' lives. Don't you agree? Sure you do. Now let's talk about the money-making potential Volaro offers. Volaro's fair and lucrative compensation plan is based on solid and proven business models. It gives you the potential and flexibility to earn as much as you choose. At this point, I'd like to stop and share something with you. My partners and I have been at this for over 20 years. There is a huge income potential in the home-based business industry. And quite frankly, if you're not participating, you might just miss out on a huge wave of opportunity. I mentioned this before, but let's call it out. There is no lack of people wanting to make extra income working from home. I mean, would anyone, even if they were making $12 an hour or $1 million a year, actually say, no, I don't want to make an extra $4,000 to $5,000 a month? I just don't see that happening. But here's what we know about us in general. We want opportunity and better options for us and our loved ones. Most of us don't see ourselves as good in sales. And probably more than anything, we don't want to pester our friends and family. And let's face it, isn't that what we see all the time when someone we know starts a home-based business? Seriously, think about it. We also know that we like options, and we like to review information on our terms, no pressure. And might I suggest that we'd love to hear about a way to grow a business without putting any pressure on others. Well, I'm simply going to suggest to you that you review your options. Take a look at our products. Look at our expansion plan. Figure out how you might fit in that expansion plan. Evaluate our support. And take a look at the great income potential. And the great news is, it's free. It won't cost you a dime. Now it'll cost us something because we're going to invest in you. But it is absolutely free to take a look. So we are going to ask you to consider if you qualify for this offer, because we're looking for certain characteristics. Number one, a desire for extra time, income, or both. Secondly, a good work ethic. And lastly, probably most important, the willingness to follow a success track. So if the products in the company make sense to you, and you want to know more about the business plan behind it all, we encourage you to fill out the form below. Choose between green, which means I love what I'm hearing and I'm ready to get started. Yellow, like what I'm hearing, I have a few questions. Red, this simply isn't for me. And you know what, folks? That's perfectly okay. The sun will come up tomorrow, and we thank you for your time. Or blue, I'm not sure about the opportunity, but wow, these products are exciting and I'd like some more information on them. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, answer your questions, and get you some more information on what we're doing in this expansion. But most importantly, we will let you know how you can benefit. Most come into our business a little bit beaten up. Life has been a little tricky and problems have come up along the way. We want to encourage you that life can be better and that you can have what you've always dreamed of. I don't care if you're young, just getting started, and want to have better options sooner. Maybe you're looking for an additional income and a lifestyle to enjoy it. With a family, and perhaps feel the weight or responsibility of aging parents, providing options for your children, college, debt relief, the list goes on. And maybe you're looking for just some extra time to see Johnny's baseball game. Or you're that professional and you're established, maybe a little skeptical. You're wanting better options. There's not so much security in corporate America. Maybe you're looking for that time where you can take control. Or you're nearing retirement and you want those golden years to be truly golden. Maybe you're looking for the security of that retirement time. Take a moment to fill out the form. Let's talk. Let's get you plugged into some information so you can better evaluate this. And at the same time, who knows? You might be the next success story in the next 12 to 18 months that we showcase. I want to thank you for your time, your attention, and again, fill out that form.